In this video, I'm sharing my favorite lentil soup. This was a highly rated recipe that I found from the blog Cookie and Kate years ago. I have thought about this recipe so frequently over the past year. It just had the best balance of flavors and hit the right notes. And I do love lentils, so this is a recipe I plan to make again and again. Here are my ingredients. I started out by chopping up half of a very small onion and 1 large carrot. I also chopped up 3 cloves of garlic. For our spices, we'll be using ground cumin, curry powder, dry thyme, and the chopped garlic. We'll also be using a little bit of the red pepper flakes and some salt and pepper to taste, along with vegetable bouillon, which you could substitute for vegetable broth if you prefer. If you want to make this gluten-free, make sure to use a gluten-free broth. The not chicken vegetarian bouillon cubes are also gluten-free, and I believe that some of the vegetable broths out there are also gluten-free. I tempered the spices in the oil, which allows us to get the maximum flavor from the spices. Sometimes I'm in such a hurry while I'm cooking that I forget to do that step, but it really does make a huge difference in the flavor. This is a cooking technique that comes to us from South Asian cooking. In India, this method is also known as tadka. The tomatoes in this dish really help to balance out the cumin in the curry. Now I'm going to add everything to the pot. You're going to want to have 6 cups total liquid, so if you're using a vegetable broth, you would want 4 cups of vegetable broth and 2 cups of water. Or you could just do 6 cups of water and then just add your vegetable bouillon to taste, which is what I'm doing here. One of my favorite ways to eat kale is by adding it to soups. I was just reading a study that said that 1 cup of kale has more calcium than 1 cup of milk and is better absorbed by our bodies. With the addition of the carrots, tomatoes, onions, garlic, and lentils, this soup is full of good nutrition. Lentils have some calcium too, but they're also rich in protein and polyphenols, which are known to protect against degenerative diseases. For me, this recipe is a 10, and one of the reasons is because of the toppings we'll be layering on. I'll be using Italian parsley as well as a squeeze of lemon to add a little bit more acidity, which is going to be a perfect balance to the richness of the lentils and our spices. You could serve this with some French bread on the side, or maybe even a toasted slice of sourdough would be nice. For the toppings, I'm going to sprinkle it with some of the chopped flat leaf parsley and a fresh squeeze of lemon juice. If you're serving this, you can plate it with a wedge of the lemon on the side. You can also garnish this with some olive oil. I do usually like to add olive oil to my soups. The flavors of this dish are so complex, but so complementary at the same time. I love the peppery flavor of the lentils against the acidity of the tomatoes and the brightness of the lemon juice. And that parsley gives it a freshness that elevates it beyond what you would expect from any soup. I love this lentil soup recipe, and I hope that you will too. Thanks so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.